Hey, it's Bitty Penny. Welcome to my channel. Let's see. Hopefully everything is good technology wise today. I really hope. So I hope all of you are well. I'm doing well. I've got my tea. This is some Earl Grey today. Hi, Jason. Hey, Linda. Hi, Vicky. Hello, hello. Okay, so today I'm gonna go ahead and sew this in. I didn't want to do that without you guys the other day because we had just gotten to the juicy part of like sewing in multiple signatures, and that's not something I do on my channel too often. So I felt like I shouldn't cheat you guys of how I do that. That's how it felt anyway, that like I might be cheating all of that. So I just left it alone. Hi, Eileen. Hey, Holly. Hi, Terry. Hi, Linda. Hi, Beth. Good to see you all. Oh my gosh, I bet y'all have your phones ready, don't you? You're like, okay, I'm ready to let her know your internet's going out. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is what, I want to jump right into this because I want to do other things too. Okay, so I've got a piece of paper that is as wide as my spine and as tall as my spine, okay? And I have the top marked. Okay, I'm gonna fold it in half. I'm gonna fold it in half again. This is just kind of an easy way without measuring. Otherwise, you need a bunch of rulers and measuring. Now, what this does do is it puts your holes really close together. Not that that's a problem. Another thing that you can do is take these loose ends, these two ends right here, and you can fold those in half. And then what you could do is extend your holes. So then you could have a hole here, 1, 2, and 3, if you wanted them more far apart and spread across the page. Either way is fine. So it would be here, here, and here for the wider holes. Let's do that today. Okay, so y'all saw how I did that. I took the big piece, folded in half. I folded in half again. You can stop there. Or these two loose ends, you can fold those in half. So no measuring, just an easy way to get your signatures in there evenly. Okay. All right, now I am going to use a ruler for this part, and I am going to paper clip this in. Hey, Flo. We're happy you're here. An extravaganza. Good to see you. Good to see you, everyone. What are we going to do today? Well, we're going to sew this signatures in. And then, we should probably make a craft roulette card. I actually got to watch craft roulette in real time last night. That was fun. Lori was on. I think she maybe owns Olo markers. I'm not sure. That's what I think. Anyways, she was on, and it was just fun. There was a lot of tea talk, so I had to have my tea this morning. I added some items to my cart last night, some tea, when I saw the ones that Mary had been drinking, and I have never had those before. I thought, add to cart. I'm going to try those out. I got to try that Paris tea. All right, just looking to see where these are going to land. All right. I need lines because, I also have to wear glasses. So let me draw some lines where these creases are, because I'm struggling to even see them. And it's right in front of me. Let's see. I'm having to turn this in the light here. So I have a line here. and a line here. And then another one right down here. Yeah, so we're going to make ourselves a craft roulette card today too. It'll be quick because it's a mini slimline. I thought the parameters were really good this week. Okay. Now what I need to do is space this. Let me get a clear ruler. This is where I think a clear ruler is best, because you can see and measure a little better. I wish I had my Tim Holtz. I don't know where my Tim Holtz clear ruler is. That one would be the best. But essentially, I'm going to make these. I'm going to put a hole here and a hole here and here. And now I'm going to turn my ruler this way and mark my other one. Here, here, and here. All right. So now I know where to poke the holes at these cross sections, and I need to make one more template for myself. This one, I need it to be the same height, but the width does not matter. Yay. So let's cut this at the same height. We're gonna poke holes, that's right. Miss Angie, how's it going? Okay, so this is what I do. I'm just gonna move this over. Wow, these are really, that is not a straight line at all. Okay, better. I'm just gonna move this over. See this little gap here? Okay, and that way I can just make, and I make sure this is fleshed out really good, at least at the top. And I'm going to make a line right there. Okay. And we're done. We've made our templates. Okay, let's get our signatures back out. I had them paper clipped together so nothing would shift or move. And now this template, oh, let's mark it top. Okay. This one tells us where the hole should be here in our signature. And then it's going to line up with our spine. So I'm going to use this. I'm making sure it's at the top right here. See? It's at the top there. And I'm using these little lines right here on the edge to know about where to poke the holes. Okay. So that one's done. Let's get the other one out. Jill. It's always great to see everybody, isn't it? We have such an amazing crew here. Here and everywhere in our crafty community. All right. There's so many people I was thinking about last night in the chatter box. There's so many people there that I enjoy seeing every week. We don't see them here, and that's fine. I still enjoy seeing them no matter where they're hanging out. I just love our community. Okay. You can't be everywhere, you know? There's just too much going on. Okay, I'm going to get this topic out of the way so that we can just talk about it and be done. Okay, I don't want to talk about too much. I have to have a surgery in March 30th, which is probably going to put me out of commission. I will not be here that morning. I'll be in prep for surgery. And so I have to pre-record some content for you guys in March. At the last week of March, the first week of April, it's going to feel like a joke because of April Fools, but I actually won't be here. So I want to know from all of you, what do you want to see? What do you want to see from me? What can I do for you, friends? King card, not a King Kong, not a journal. We do need some King Kong up in here, don't we, John? John, I thought you were going to be at work. What are you doing here? I mean, I'm glad you're here. Thanks for popping in, even if, you know, you have to jump in and jump out. But yeah, I'm going to have to work on King Kong. I don't have anything. So you guys just let me know. Be like, okay, this is what I want to know. If you were like, I just really wish Bitty Penny would do this. She never does this anymore. Or I really wish she would do videos on whatever. Then you tell me. This is your time to tell me so that I can in advance pre-record those videos for you and make your dreams come true. Let's do that. Your paper crafting, card making, journaling dreams come true. Let's do it. Okay, so now I'm just going back to these marks and poking my hole into my spine. Okay, I could have done this. Oh, well. I could have done this in a hidden spine, but I didn't. I didn't think of it until I already had holes in it. Okay, now we don't need this template anymore. Okay, so here's the thing about these templates. I typically don't keep them. I use scraps to make them. I use my 5x7 scraps, the ones that are left over when I make my 5x7 card bases. And for me, because a lot of times I'm using these old book covers, no two are the same. So I just discard these once I'm done with them. Those are done. I don't have another book cover this size. I am okay, Flo, I think. We'll see. Hey, Kat. It's an exploratory surgery. So we'll see. I don't know. I feel okay, but apparently you can and still have problems. So we'll see. Until she answers. Okay, so let's sew this together. I saw it the first time. I just didn't want to answer it. Okay, did y'all give me answers? What do y'all want to see from me? Hi, all popping in to say, oh, you're at your daughter's. Oh, Lisa, I packed your order and put some goodies in there for you. I always put goodies in everybody's order, but I knew yours had to travel across the pond, and so I hope I didn't pack it too much, but it was fun packing up your order. It was fun packing up everybody's orders. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I just hope you like the papers. I've been hesitating on designing too many more because I didn't know how people would feel about them, if they would like them, if they would enjoy crafting with them. So I thought, let me just get these first sets out and see how that goes. It's gone well. I appreciate you guys, but I just hope y'all like them. Okay, so 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I released an Ohuhu video yesterday, you guys, for the new brush acrylic markers, which I have been playing with for a full month. And I love them. But, you know, the thing about that video that I tried to convey, at least briefly, is that, you know, you have to figure out when you're looking at new art supplies and stuff, and, you know, you have to figure out, like, how am I going to use this thing? I'm having a difficult time lining up my, there we go. Okay. My hole there. All right, back through here. Anyways, I hoped to give you enough information about how at least I was using them so that you can make an informed choice whether you thought you wanted or needed them. And I wanted you to see how I had been using them in different ways and tested them for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed that if you saw it. All right. She's having, yes. Yes, I want to know what y'all want from me. What kind of content do you want Bitty Penny to record and release? It'll be at the end of March. But see, I already have to start kind of planning ahead because there's the sheet load during that time. You know, there's just things. And when we come on here live, it's just whatever. So a few years ago, I was on a ton of design teams. And I just kind of got in my head about it, to be honest. It's nothing more than that. But I just wanted to be able to walk into my craft room, turn on the light, and make whatever my heart desired without needing to work in a specific deadline order or with specific products. And ever since then, I've been very much a free spirit in here. And when I make my live content, I just make whatever, you know. But if I'm making pre-recorded, I like to be a little more deliberate about it. And if y'all aren't going to see me live for a while, then I want to know what you want to see and make content that you'll still enjoy, even if I'm not hanging out with you. So I'm really sensitive to like anesthesia and stuff. So even though I get to come home that day, I think, then it's still going to take me a couple of days to shake it. I'm going to basically be sleeping a lot and having other side effects that are not fun. So we'll say that week I probably won't be on at all. Unless I get a wild hair, because, you know, that's always possible with me. I have lots of wild hairs. Not just one. All right, if you ever have problems like I do of pulling these needles through sometimes, let me show you what I get. I get a small pair of pliers out and I pull it out like that. And it just takes all the stress off of me and my fragile hands. They're fragile. All right. Devin Rex is one of our prime gel platers. Yes, she is. Her. Karen is gel plating like it's nobody's business, y'all, still. And yes, yes, yes. I'm having a time with these, and this happens from time to time. One thing that can make it easier is just make your, when you're poking your holes into your paper, just make them a little wider, a little bigger. Because see, I've pushed the needle through, but it didn't come through here. It's somewhere over here. Don't know where, but it's somewhere over there. So I got to start over. I need it to come through that center page so I can tie it off. All right, so let me re-poke this hole and make it a little bit bigger. Which this is tapered, so it gets a little wider. And so you just have to poke it through a little further. That's the way you make it work. All right. See, that fixes it. I'm just checking that I have the front cover upright, that I have my signature upright. It's not the end of the world, you guys, if you sew your signature in upside down, because they're easy enough to remove and redo. So it's not like a deal breaker if you were to sew it in upside down. It's just once you have it sewn in, you kind of don't want to have to be going back and doing it again. Okay, I'm trying to extend this one. It's probably enough. No, it's not. I need to pull this back this way, and then there we go. I want those more even like that. You don't have a bunch of videos from a while back? I do, that I never released. I actually do, Sharon. I have, and hi. I have a bunch of like only 30 minutes to craft videos that are real time. They're 30 minutes long, and it's like what to do if you only have 30 minutes to craft. I have a few of those and just random other videos that I recorded and just never released. Why? I don't know. I was too busy doing lives. So I do actually. I have a gel plate for over a year and not tried it yet. Well, you know what, Terry? I was thinking of gel printing today. We'll see. I can't guarantee that we'll get to it, but I do want to gel print again. I'm ready. I have some stencils to use. Actually, one of Yolan's, Devin Rex for Art, her first name is Yolan. I have one of hers that I really want to use of hands. It's so cool. We'll see. We'll see if we have time for that. Ooh, we could gel print our craft roulette card. We could do some gel printing on the craft roulette card. Okay, this is sewn in now. And everything is upright. And we've got two happy little signatures here. And everybody's good. Okay. Now, I've got this paper, and I wanted to use this as my end papers. It's not quite tall enough, but that's okay. We can still make it work. Betty Penny, I also like seeing you using card sketches and journals. Yeah, I definitely need to do more of that, Angie. It brings me so much joy. I get way excited, and once I start, I don't want to stop. And in fact, I've made whole journals with just white paper so that I can do that. so that I can decorate them with sketches. So I'm glad to hear that that's something that you'd like to see, because that's something I really enjoy doing. Ooh, we're going to use this piece on the front. Okay. Let's go ahead and cut it down. You guys, I placed an order with Ranger today. Oh my gosh. If you guys sign up, if y'all are in, if you get their newsletter, Ranger Inc. newsletter, they have a survey right now. And if you take the survey, then you get a discount code that gives you 25% off your order. I have an ongoing wish list at Ranger. And so I took the survey and cashed in on the order. I did. Okay, so this is going here. The girl that I'm making this for owns a coffee shop in British Columbia, Canada. Her and her husband. And she is just amazing, delightful, so unique, one of a kind person. Found her here on YouTube. And I am going to surprise her because she shares her mailing address. You can send her Happy Mail. I'm going to surprise her with this journal. She doesn't junk journal, she sews. She makes a lot of her own clothes, and she repurposes things she gets at the thrift store, like, let's use this page, this side. Bed sheets, shower curtains, whatever. And she makes these adorable clothes for herself. Aw, thanks, Angie. Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it, Holly. Well, then, you know, something told me the other day, save this and share this, because I don't think it's fair for me to start something with you guys and not finish it. That just seems like, I don't know, cruel and unusual punishment. I feel like but that's just because of my brain. My brain does not like to start something and not finish it. I don't know what it says about me. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I didn't want to do so much of this journal with you guys the other day and then not show you how to sew it together. So I'm glad for you, Holly, that helped. It's good to see when I struggle too and how I fix things. Like, I think that's one of the big things about doing like live crafting videos is that you get to see people work through things in real time. You get to see that we all struggle and you get to see how we fix it when we're live. And I say we because like so many crafters are live, do live content. And I think that that's the bonus of it. Okay. Let's put one of these strips down here just to finish off this bottom edge. I'm going to narrow it down a little bit. What is the package? The package? Angie Downs, by the way, I'm better, but my neck is not. Oh no, John. Lifting too many weights? What'd you do to your neck? Powerlifting. Do y'all have snow right now? I thought it was spring already. I was right, I think. The groundhog was wrong. I said that the other day, and Dr. Shrub was like, nah, not so fast. But I think spring is here. He says, not so fast. Have you guys been watching the Olympics? We watch them every night. Really been enjoying them. What is the package? Oh no, a new pillow. Oh, that gets me every time, John. I've used the same pillow for so long. You know what I do actually now, John, when I get a new pillow? is I don't put it under my head. I just sleep with it and like wrangle it and beat it up. I actually put it in the dryer, even if you're not supposed to. Like I usually use Tempur-Pedic pillows and I still put them in the dryer. And I just try to beat it into submission before I use it as a pillow because, man, they will mess up your new neck. And it's like one of those things where it's like, you were supposed to be helping me, not hurting me. Okay, we have this journal sewn together. I think what I want to do is make the spine super fun and not mess up the cover. That's what I think. I think with fabric and lace, we can make the spine really pretty and not do anything to the cover because I like the cover. And then we'll just need to come in and, like Angie suggested, use some sketches to decorate just a few of these white pages. But because she's not a junk journaler, I want her to have plenty of white pages because people know what to do with those at least. But I think she'll be just fine. There's plenty of white pages, that's for sure. And pockets. We'll have to make some ephemera for this. I think I'm going to put it to the side for now, and we're going to move on to our next adventure. But at least we have our journal together now. And then I'm going to gather more like coffee themed things. And I just thought of something. I already thought the other day, like her husband and her each have a coffee shop. And so I liked that both of them were in this image. But then also what I just thought of that I hadn't thought of before is their coffee shops are green. So that's kind of cool. They're green buildings. So that's fine. Okay, so we're putting that to the side. Time for, let's do a little gel printing. Why not? And let's make my craft roulette card. If I can find everything that, like for one, where's my gel plate? Here's my new stencils. To find my gel plate. Might have to use a big one. I don't want to use a big one, but I might have to. I can't read y'all's comments in the moment because I'm away from my desk. So hold on. Looking for my gel plate. Where did she go? Huh. Maybe she's over here. It's like, wow, Bitty Penny, is your craft room really that much of a mess? Yes, dear, it sure is. It is all of the mess and then some. Just gonna have to use a bigger gel plate, you guys. I can't find my little one, so we'll use this one. I prefer the little 5x7s, but at last it's not here. I don't know where it is. What is our colors from last night? What are the colors? I can't remember. Bitty Penny was about 65 on Wednesday and 6 inches of snow on Thursday. Oh my gosh. Spring may well be in Texas, but I know better for northern states. That's probably true, Flo. Yeah, our snow melted this week. Yesterday it dropped 30 degrees in just a few hours. Oh my gosh. Maddie is in New York. She says our snow has finally melted and now we're expecting a snowstorm on Sunday and Monday. Boo. John, I hope so. Um, it's an exploratory cancer screening that the first results were not good. So now there's more exploration to do. Thanks, Linda. Storm, Nikki, hi everybody. Good to see you. I'm just over here getting caught up. Can anybody tell me? I'm trying to think back. I was there all night long on Craft Roulette. It was a mini slimline. The element was fruit. Tone on tone was the random. What were the colors? Why can I not remember? Mushrooms, fungi, that's it. Fungi colors. Okay, I got this. We're gonna do tone on tone greens, I think. That's right, that's right. All right. Don't mind me, I'm just grabbing lots of colors. Fungi colors. Here we go. How about, ooh, we're gonna do yellows, maybe a little brown. We're gonna leave the green out. No green. Thank you, Maddie. Alyssa, 5K. Thank you. Yeah, I think these will be my two-tone. I think we're going to gel print with two-tone. Alyssa, thanks for your order. That went out as well. It was fun packing it up. I'm good, Nikki Jane. Keeping the spirit alive over here. Drinking my Earl Grey this morning. Yum. What makes Earl Grey tea so good? Does it have bergamot in it? What makes it taste so good? It's so unique. It's one of a kind. Earl Grey can't be confused with anything else, in my opinion. Okay. I need some paper. I'm just going to use like 20-pound, just regular old copy paper. Nothing special. Don't ever use photo paper for gel printing. I'm just using regular copy paper. And I'm getting a number of sheets because once you start gel printing, once I start gel printing, I just can't stop. Let me put all this stuff in my scraps real quick here. All right. Oh my gosh, I have all these scraps on my desk. Let me make some room. Okay. Okay, let's do this thing. I'm sure y'all are ready to look at something else besides just supplies sitting on my desk. I'll be darned. There are red mushrooms. I always thought those were fantasy. Yeah. They're real. Don't eat them. That's what I remember my dad was always like, hey, when you're in nature, don't ever eat anything red, okay? Just a safe rule. No red berries. No red mushrooms. Don't eat anything red when you're out there, all right? because he had us out in nature all the time. We did a lot of fossil hunting when I was a child. We did a lot of like hiking and all the things. So we had just real simple rules, like don't eat the red things you find out there. I mean, they really didn't want us eating anything that we just found randomly out in nature. But, you know, kids will be kids. All right, let's see. I'm gonna line this up here. This acrylic cutting mat. I actually got this because Karen has been using these with her gel plates. So this is an 8x10 for those who might be curious. And now let's get these out. Lauren, I understand. I understand completely. I still find things from Craft Roulette 25 as well. Okay, so I have, this is the hand stencil that from Devin Rex for Art that she designed. She's one of the designers for PM Artist Studios, and I just love this hand one. We're not going to use that one today, but I do truly love it. I think what we're going to use is this one. Get the stuff off my plate. When I buy stencils from PM Artist Studios, I like to buy different sizes. I also buy a lot of 5x7s. So this is Sunflower Gates, which is a pretty cool one. It looks like this. There you go. And the one that I have in front of me right now, this one's been on my list for a long time. It's called Wrought Iron. And so that's that one. And Devin's hands is called Reaching Hands from PM Artist Studios. Okay. But I think we're going to use wrought iron today. Here's another one from Devin's. I love her bridges. She has like a whole bridge collection. Oh, so cool. I've been wanting to make bridge stamps and products for a long time and never have. I know that might sound weird, but I have a lot of ideas around bridges. One day I'm going to make them come to life. Okay, so let's do a dark color. This is going to be our mushroom color for our card and our two-tone. Okay. Nikki Jane, I'm so glad. Did you and your mom get moved in? Did y'all get it moved into your new place? I'm sure you did. It's been a while, but I know those kinds of things take a while sometimes. And your adorable dog. How is your puppy? She got the cutest puppy for Christmas, y'all. I think I showed y'all one time in a live. A picture that she sent me on Instagram. Oh my gosh, it's a little Jack Russell Terrier. So cute. Okay. I'm gonna roll off. I'm just rolling my brayer off on paper over here. To get the excess off. Bethany, how's it going? All right. Now. I'm not doing a whole bunch of layers or anything complicated. I just want two tones. Okay, so I'm taking this off now. We're gonna set this to the side. Look at that design. Is that not amazing? I'm gonna set this to the side and let it dry completely while we do some stamping and coloring for the other parts. Okay, so that's gonna go off to the side. This, we're gonna put this onto paper. Because it's still wet, I'm just gonna take one of my sheets of paper, put it right on top, and then I'll roll across it. And get that paint off. It's very light, but there we go. And that works for me. For me, that's clean enough for the stencils. I actually, with my PM Artist Studio stencils, I really actually like to get paint built up on them and mix mediums and stuff like that because it thickens them up. And for me, that's a good thing. So I don't clean them too much. Whoops, sorry, I bumped you guys. Okay. Another sip of tea. Oh, Zal Storm. I have had intermittent internet issues for like the last couple of weeks. It has been driving me insane. I hate it. It's the worst. We need our internet to work, don't we? This yellow is actually, I really like this line a lot. So this is Folk Art Matte. And I got this at Hobby Lobby. It's Turner's Yellow. 679. It has a matte finish. And I love their matte colors from Folk Art. So that's where that yellow comes from. It looks like Apple Barrel also. This is Golden Sunset. So this is from Apple Barrel. I think I get at Walmart. And it's Golden Sunset. And it's also a matte. I would say those are pretty close. Not quite the same. And then this next color, the one I'm actually going to use, is Charismatic from Jane Davenport. Now, it's a matte as well, a matte acrylic. I don't think she makes these anymore, but I don't know. This one came from Spellbinders, but I don't think Spellbinders carries Jane Davenport anymore. I'm pretty sure Jane Davenport just sells all of her stuff herself now. I don't think she really does a lot of wholesale anymore. So I'm just going to mix this up. I know, Zal Storm. It's like I can put up with a lot of things. Bad internet is not one. That's how dependent we are, isn't it? Ave, hi. And Jill, surely I said hello to you, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to say hi again. And Miss Norma, good to see you, Norma. Good to see you all. Okay, I want to use this blueberry stamp set from Colorado Craft Company. I just have to find it. Because I think the purple will be so beautiful with the yellow. Complementary colors and all. Let's see. Yeah. Colorado Craft Company actually has a lot of food stamps. And avocado is a fruit, right? I mean, it has a seed in it. But yeah, Colorado Craft Company, they have pears. We're going to use the blueberries today. Blueberries, all kinds of stuff. Okay, let me put this back. So glad these were where they should be. Now, Colorado Craft Company had a huge sale right after Paper Ganza last year, like 80% off overstock items. And I took full advantage, you guys. and ordered all the things. I even ordered the die cuts if they were available. So this is what I'm using. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, we'll try to do that. If you didn't know, Blueberry is like Sparkle Heart's favorite. Like, she eats blueberries every day. She will always say yes to blueberries, which is really good because they're so good for you. And she needs as many good, healthy foods as she can get because that girl has all the sweet teeth, not a sweet tooth, just all her teeth. That's what young Z was saying the other day. He's like, you don't have one sweet tooth. All your teeth want sweets. Young Z is highly disciplined with his food, which is so impressive and inspiring. He has not had a soda in over a year or fast food. He's very disciplined. And now, because he works out all the time too, he's like super muscular. And he like limits his carbs and everything. Yeah, he's very disciplined. Oh boy, my mom's emailing me about coffee cups. And if I don't let her know, then, oh good, she's not out shopping. If she's out shopping and she wants me to look at something and I don't answer her, then she'll text Sparkle Heart or whoever to get a hold of me. I think this washi tape's not any good anymore. You know how to tell when a washi tape's not any good anymore? You can't get it to peel off correctly. See how this just peels in pieces? I think it's expired. Washi tape is actually a consumable. It's not something you can just keep and keep and keep. I guess the adhesive that is in it goes bad. I'm going to try a little heat on it. And if this doesn't work, I'm going to throw it in the trash can because I have plenty of washi tape. It's not wasteful. It does go bad and I'm not going to fight with it because it's not worth it. All I'm trying to do, this isn't even going on my card. All I'm trying to do right now is when I cut dies apart, yeah, this is no good. When there's a little piece, like shards, I actually put those in tape. Anytime I cut my, I replace my razor blade or do anything with sharp items, I put them in tape to make them not sharp and throw them away that way. Okay. Well, that whole thing got thrown away. See these pieces like this? I take these and either cut or bend them off. And then I don't throw this away in the trash can because the likelihood of it getting not in the trash can or out of the trash can or hurting someone makes me uncomfortable. So I take a piece of tape and I take that shard and I do that. And now I don't have to worry about it. Is anybody else like that, or is that one of my weird things? That may be one of my weird things. Hi. Hi, Nancy. That may be one of my weird things. Hi, Carrie Rhodes. You do it, Kalinda? Oh, good. I'm not alone. I know it's just little things, you know. You never know when they're just going to pop back up and in places you don't want them, especially little sharp things. Y'all know I still have a shard of a razor blade lost in my craft room somewhere from one time when I was trimming, popping off. I was on the phone. I was replacing my razor blade on my cutting tool, and a shard of it just flew across my craft room, and I have never found it. We can't be too careful. I like to remind people of that when they want to come in my craft room. I'm like, you better have shoes on or else. How's everybody doing? I just want to color those. I know we're going to right now, Carrie. Aren't they amazing? Ah, love these. Here, let's do 2 of them. I only need 1 from one mini slimline, but let's stamp it out twice. Okay, let me move this up. Okay. I'm going to use VersaFine because, you know, watercolor. It's how I color things. So we're going to use VersaFine. Carrie, I want to collaborate with you. I want to do some collaborations. I have some ideas. I got assigned a new project manager at work, and I'm so excited. And so we had a like introductory meeting the other day. And I was like, look, I am an ideas person. I got all the ideas. I just don't have all the time or the ability to make them happen. And by the time we were done, he was like, this is going to be so fun. We are going to accomplish so much together. He liked my ideas. Yay. Yes, please. That would make my day. Oh my gosh, it would make my day too. Carrie, I am so excited. We're both going to be at Paper Organza again. We have to get a picture together. We did not get a picture together. I was so bummed. But I am glad I got to meet you. So that's planted in my heart, even if I don't have a Kodak moment. It's planted in my heart. So that's all good. All right. I am so excited about Craft Roulette Live 2026, y'all. This is going to be fun. And I'm so excited that people who can't travel to be there can be there virtually. Like, I'm just stoked. I'm stoked about it all. Yep, the dye is just beautiful. All right, let's do this thing. Grab some watercolors. Oh gosh, I bumped y'all again. Sorry, everything is on that side of my desk right now. Okay, let's see how I fit all this into frame here for you guys. Reagan, I'm so happy you're gonna be there. We're gonna have such a good time, you guys. It's amazing. Alrighty. A watercolor brush. I have lots of clean water, all 3 of my containers from Kim. I haven't seen Kim in a while. She must be sleeping in. She's in Alaska, so she is on a totally different time zone than us. But I've just been missing her. Anyways, I have all my containers of clean water ready to go. And here we go. I'll have two-tone in my background and the gel printing that we've just started, and I'll have it in my blueberries. So I'm going to start off with this color that's already on my palette. That's this beautiful kind of, what would you call this? A light burgundy maybe? Or maroon? Colored outside the lines. we could actually intentionally color these outside the lines. I think that would be really pretty, like on a journal page or something, to make it really like illustrative. But because I'm using a die, it's just going to look funky if I do that here. But if I was stamping this and cutting this out, you know, into a rectangle, we could do like a messy, illustrative kind of coloring. It'd be really pretty with a stamp. Klondike Kim. Calling Klondike Kim. I know. Where's she been? You know, Terry's up in the Klondike too. Terry, are you going to be there? Are you coming to Craft Roulette 2026? Are you coming from Alaska? Terry used to be in Texas with me, and then now she's up in Alaska. Okay, now we'll pull in some darker purple and a bit of blue. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna have to mix our own blueberry color. That's looking more like it. Let's put even some more blue. There we go. That looks like blueberry to me. It can be even darker, but this will work. I'm gonna just work this in. The center of the blueberry is always really dark. This little crusty piece. Now those are reminding me of huckleberries. Ooh, yeah, you have a lot of huckleberry stuff, Carrie. I remember you've talking about huckleberries before. We don't have huckleberries. Are they one of the berries that you can't really like, they don't keep long, so you have to make like jam and things like that from them? We have mulberries here, and you never see mulberries at the market because they'll spoil too fast, so they're not something that you'll see like in a supermarket. I wonder if huckleberries are the same way, if their shelf life is pretty limited, and that's why people make a lot of like huckleberry jam and things like that. Oh, Terry, I am so excited. I'll get to see you again. Terry came when we did an in-person class here in Texas, and I got to meet her and her daughter in person. Hi, Cindy. You're a precious lady too. How you doing? I know I'm kind of going right over those. We'll call it an underpainting, like we did it on purpose. That is the underpainting. Be no problem for me to get two tones out of this since I'm remixing my color. You guys up in Ohio, did I see that y'all had like thunderstorm warnings this week? I mean, I figure you still got snow. Okay, I am going to make, I usually make my mini slimline card bases out of 6x6 paper. You just score it in half. That way you don't have to cut. It's perfect. It fits in the envelope. It's maybe not as big as a traditional mini slimline, but it totally works. Anyways, today we're probably going to make ours out of 12x12 paper, because I don't want to have to rifle through my 6x6 to find a coordinating pattern. Now, I'm not really paying attention to shadows here. Like what should be in a shadow. I'm just coloring with wild abandon and having fun. So don't mind me. Okay. By the way, I'm making my craft roulette card for this week, and we just finished sewing a signature. If you saw the other day, figure out how to say this, me making a journal and we didn't get to sew it together because I had to run, then we sewed that together today. I'm just trying to pick my green here, playing around, trying to see. Oh, I like that one. Okay. We finished sewing that little journal together at the beginning of this live. So if you want to see, maybe you need a tutorial or kind of want to see how to do multiple signatures, how to make your template and sew multiple signatures into a journal, you may go back later and check that out. That's how we started this party this morning. As Flo said, the extravaganza. Unfortunately, I was feeling off at Paperganza, so I didn't get any photos with people. So I am getting a second chance. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Lauren. We'll have to get one together too. I think I got a lot of photos with people, but they were on their phones and not mine. So I know I took photos with friends, but they're not on my phone. You guys, I have an exciting collaboration coming up. I can't tell you who it is, but I saw my shipping notification yesterday and I got pretty giddy about it. So I'm excited about that. Let's see. What else is there to tell y'all? I don't really know. I've worked a lot this week, so I don't have a lot of exciting stories, unfortunately. Sparkle Heart had performances this week. She's on the step team. And they had, gosh, they have like 3 Black History Month performances, which is awesome. So good. They're going around to different schools and performing. That is awesome. Going to the orchestra tomorrow. I always love going to the orchestra. I get so inspired by the music and the artistry, and it's so relaxing. Always feels, it just feels so good. Okay, so if you ever get intimidated by coloring things and you're like, I don't know where to put the shadows, I don't know if I can, look, I'm just slapping paint on here. I'm not worrying about shadows at all. I just keep layering to get some like definition. I mean, right here I am painting it a darker on this under edge than the top edge, but like for the most part, you guys, don't overthink it. Don't stress yourself out. It should be fun. Just slap some paint on there and it'll come together. Allow it to go through the ugly stages too. Art always has an ugly stage, I think. There's always a part where it's unfinished and not beautiful, but just keep going. All right. So there's our blueberry. And y'all don't have to watch me fussy cut this out because it has a die. And I like these kinds of dies, see, that cut out between the pieces. Ooh, I love these kinds of dies. Went and saw Carling last night. Oh, ooh, I love a jazz show too. We have a jazz club here in Austin called the Elephant Room. They have been open for, I don't know, at least 30, 40 years. And I love going to the Elephant Room. It's a really small, it's in a basement of a big building in downtown Austin. And there's just always some great jazz, live jazz there. Slimline is 3.5 by 6. Yeah, I just cheat and do 3 by 6 and use up 6 by 6 paper pads. Because the thing is it's a little smaller, but you don't have to worry. It'll fit in the envelope. So that's what I typically do. We'll probably do 3.5 by 6 today, since I'm going to be cutting my base out of cardstock. All right, let me die cut this real quick, you guys. Okie doke. It has been cut. Let's get back to gel printing too. So here's the die cut. Yeah, kind of my rule with card bases is if it fits in the envelope, we're good. So there it is. It's going to be so pretty. Contrasting colors. If you're ever like, oh, I don't know what colors to use. Purple and yellow contrasting colors. It works every time. You don't, it takes all the guessing out. Okay, so now we're going to pull this with this color, and this is going to be our two-tone. We have a bit of two-tone going on with our blueberries, but this will be real obvious two-tone. This is also the mushroom, the fungi component of my color scheme. Okay. And I am going to pull this with just regular paper. I need to roll my brayer off. All right. Brayer rolled off. All right, let's pull this. Instead of pulling it on like 20-pound paper, just because I don't want to deal with like glue lines and stuff, I'm going to go ahead and pull this on my cardstock, and hopefully it'll be fine. In theory, it should be fine. As long as there's not a coating on it. Like, you never want to use photo paper, because there's like a coating on it that will not work. But this should work. All right, let's turn her over and take a look. Yeah, totally mushroom colors to me. Cindy, I did not want to comment too much more about those mushrooms last night because, you know, trying to keep it family friendly. So Mary doesn't blush. But yeah, that was so funny. You were like, I'm glad I don't see them in my potting soil. Oh, those voluntary mushrooms are wild sometimes. But yeah, I didn't want to take that conversation too far. Things can quickly get out of hand. Thank you, Miss Bertha. Good morning. I hope you enjoy what's in your package that's coming your way. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull it. I'm not going to be able to get everything off the plate, but we're going to get most of it. And there it is. There's our mushroom colors. The fungi. Looks like a fungi to me. All right. I'm going to just set this to the side. We could gel print all day long. But we're on a mission here. We're just trying to make a card right now. So that paper totally worked. This is accent opaque paper, by the way. Some white highlights would be nice. Ooh, yeah. Oh, on the berries. Yeah, that's a great idea. Thank you, Lauren, for reminding me of that. That's a wonderful idea. Zal's saying hi to Nancy, the handy scandy, if she's still around. She's probably crafting, making something. I'm sure you will too, Bertha. Okay, just putting a little more. I just want to dry this a little bit before I put it in my trimmer. And yeah, it just has a couple of places that need a little extra drying time. Isn't this awesome? This is wrought iron. Again, the stencil from PM Artist Studios. I thought it would be really pretty with the blueberries just in the background. Yeah, that's gonna work. That is going to work. All right. I have Simple Stories Vintage Woodlands. It's all about mushrooms. Oh, fun. Yeah, I love mushroom stuff. Ooh, still wet over here. I'm getting some ideas. We might actually throw a mushroom on here. I'm getting some ideas about how we're going to put this card together. That kind of looks like a mushroom vibes. This is a gel print as well. It's kind of been off to the side waiting for its moment. And I think this is its moment. All right. Okie dokie. That's dry. Yippee. Hey, Zal. Yeah, she's here. Had to walk away and do some things, but I'm still here. Hope you're having a beautiful Saturday morning. Eileen, thank you. I hope you like it. I hope everybody likes it. Thank you, Eileen. Thank you, everybody. Okay. let's cut this down to size. You know, this could be. Let's see if the back's still clean. Ooh, let's just make this our card base, you guys. So it needs to be 6 by 3.5 doubled is 7. So 6 by 7 piece. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. All right. So I'm going to cut it to like 6.5 this way. And the reason I'm cutting it to 6.5, okay, so this is our scrap, yay, is because of this piece here. All right. There we go. So now we've got 6. Let's do 7.5. I'm just going to trim off the white border. Okay. Since this is the same cardstock that I would use if I was making a card base, I just decided to make the gel print the card base. And the cool thing about that is now the front and the back of the card are both beautiful. Why does that not look right to me? Let me measure it. Probably because I'm used to making those little 3x6s, but let me just measure it. Make sure I'm folding it the right way. Yeah, that's 3.5 by 6. Okay. There we go. We have a mini slimline. There we go. Then we have our blueberry. She's gonna go on there. Let's get those white marks, white highlights. There it is. Okay. I'm just doing little lines. I don't feel like this white gel pen is as strong as it used to be. Let's see. Ooh, these blueberries down here on the bottom are my favorite because I allowed myself to use more water. Let me show you. So because I use more water, see the way that it's created its own lines and they're kind of soft, versus these I use less water and I just layered more. There's a different look when you allow yourself to let more water saturate your paper. Yeah, anyways, I like those. I like all of them, but I like the ones that have that look a little more. It's a small detail, but I notice it. Okay. I am such a watercolor girly. I can't help it. Yay for the white highlights. Okay. Next, I was thinking with this I was thinking about cutting this into like spears of grass. And I'm just doing a wavy cut. Those are your, oh, mine too. Hi, Yvette. Those are my favorite pens too. Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter, recommended them. And I snatched them up and absolutely love them. Okay, so I'm just kind of, I don't know, adding some blades of grass here. And I'm hiding them behind the stem of the blueberry branch. Now, I know blueberries grow on, they're like a bush. We had a couple of them in our yard at one time. But this is going to look like our yards, you know, where you have blades of grass growing everywhere. Even places you don't want them. I can't tell if my neighbor is having a moment or if everything's cool. I can't tell. Hopefully everything is cool. Okay. That one's not showing up too much. There we go. Okay, so I like that. Now, we're going to add a sentiment. This one has lots of sentiment options. I think you can still get this stamp. I don't know if you can still get the die at Colorado Craft Company, but let's look at these. Feel better, thinking of you today. You're the very best. I miss you very, very much. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Feel better soon. Ah, nice. Oh, and there's a die to cut out one of these sentiments. I bet it's this one, thinking of you today. Nope, it's not. No, must be this one. Maybe. Yeah, I think it's probably that one that it cuts out. You're the very best. I like that. Let's do it. Why not? Okay. And should we add a mushroom just for fun? I think we could. Karen, I was just talking about you. Were your ears burning? We gel printed my card base. This is a gel print. Okay. Girl, on Instagram, you and I must share a brain, Karen, because we like all the same things. I always seem to be coming behind you, though, and liking things, because then I see what you like. And it's fun. I am speaking, by the way, to slapping paint on paper. What are the oxalates? Goes berry perfectly. You're the very best. I sent a pun and a report that I have to send to like 50 people yesterday. And I put, sorry in advance if you're pun averse. And then I added my pun. And the director came back and he was like, this was so fun. I know it was just one line, but it made me laugh. And I'm glad you added a pun to our report. I was like, yes. Glad the director was not pun adverse. That's good. Oh my gosh, that might be the best double stamp I've ever done in my life. Mark this day. I gotta mark this one day down. I tell you what. Yeah, Karen. Let's just say we're on the same vibe. Oh gosh, I hit y'all again. Hit the camera again. I'm so sorry. I have done that so many times today. Okay, I'm pretty sure this, yeah, this goes here. I'm just gonna line it up. Okay, oh gosh. Just when you think you got it, you get a piece of tape. I got my craft roulette card done, so now just a photo and submit. Way to go, Angie. I can't wait to see it. Are the little microscopic bits that come naturally in food and can build up in the body and cause trouble. Oh, like kidney stones. Oh. They're no bueno. Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh, by the way, should I put a mushroom on this, you guys? Let's put the sentiment on and see. It may not go since I'm putting this sentiment that's punny on there. Oh, I love these kinds of dies that cut between all the little nitty-gritty parts. Oh, they're so awesome. Okay, so that's going to go on there. I think we're going to leave the mushroom off. It just, yeah, I don't think we need it because we already have a sentiment that's talking about berries. Now, if it said, I miss you so very much, and, you know, then maybe, because much and mushroom, you know. I do kind of want to put some twine on it or something. Let's go ahead and glue the blades of grass. In place. Behind, whoops, that's not where that goes. This one, we're gonna have to readjust this one. There we go. That'll be fine. All right. Is anyone doing the 100-day project? Not me. Every time I've tried to do a 100-day project, I last literally a day. And then I'm like, what was I thinking? There's no way I'm doing this for 100 days. And I quit right as soon as I start. I know Mary asked Lori about that last night in Craft Roulette. 30-day challenges are much more manageable for me, but I still don't even do all 30 days. So, how did I have this on there before? Because I don't think berries were hanging off. It must have been more like this. There we go. That'll work. I don't have the stamina to do 100 days. I just don't. Maybe that's why I could go. All right. Waking you from your slumber. Okay. See, Karen, I made a card base out of my gel plate print. I printed onto my cardstock that I normally use for my card bases. And made myself a card base with it. A mini slimline. All right, I wish I could pop this up. I think I can. I think I still have some Stampin' Up little foam, or here's some little foam squares. I think I can do it with these. I don't know where these came from. But they're exactly what I need in this moment. You guys, I think I'm gonna have 2 guests in March. Which is exciting. Two Saturday guests. My husband's work schedule is about to change and he is about to be off on Saturdays. I have different feelings about it. Because Saturday's kind of my day to play. Like, I come in here and hang out with you. And I don't feel pressured. I can be alive as long as I want. And then I usually hang out with my mom or my kids. Not that that's exactly what he would be doing, is hanging out with our family. But then he's going to have to work on Sundays. And I just not crazy about it. But I don't think it's like optional. It's just like I'm going to have to get used to it. Do you have a craft foam or cardboard? I have used the die cut scraps to create dimension. I do all of that. Sometimes I use cardboard instead of foam if it's larger pieces. I'll die cut something multiple times. Not too often because y'all know how I am about die cutting, but I will. And then I use foam. I'm going to pull this up if I still can. I want to put a little bit of twine back here. Ay. There. Okay, I want to put just a little bit of twine. There it is. My long-term substitute positions are done. Get together with you Sunday. Oh, Sharon, are you retired then? My mom wants to be done. You know, Linda is a little crafty traveling party animal. Linda, that's how I think of you, Linda Gorman. Like, if there's a crafting friend or situation, she's going to travel to be there and she's going to go to it. So I have no doubt in my mind, Sharon, that the two of you will get together. And I love that. Okay. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to have to use some glue. All right. Now let's put this back down. I just think this is going to make it better. It does. It makes it better, in my opinion. All right, we need to just weigh it down, though. We did it. Let's put some pearls on it. Ooh, I have two-tone pearls. Yay. Sorry if it felt like I was yelling at you. I was just really excited. All right, let me get those out. Maddie, I don't know yet. Do you recommend one? Andy, it's taken me several months to get used to my 12 by 12, but I'm finally getting some beautiful prints on it. You have a 12, oh, gel plate? I know Karen just got a big gel plate. I'm trying to remember what my largest one is. It's 12 by something. I don't use it very often. I do have it for a specific reason, though. I like to use it to make like gel prints for junk journals because it'll cover a whole sheet of 8.5 by 11. That's why I bought it. We're going to use these two tones right here. There we go. right. They're too stressful for you too, Lauren? Yeah, I can't. There's very few things that I do every single day and a real specific routine besides like brushing my teeth. That is about the one thing that I do very routinely. Everything else is at random. When I eat, everything else is just, it varies. You know? I'm looking, there she is. Where did she go? My little jewel picker. All right, here we go. Let's get some pearls up on here. I'm just using, oh brother, these blocks to weigh this down, by the way, because it was kind of lifting, it wasn't staying down. Now it's staying down. Okay, good. Let's put another one right over here. All right. Now I think it's done. See the two-tone pearls? Perfect. We did it. Let's do the inside real quick because I'm doing the inside of all the cards. Let's see. I am liking the card. You made a lot. Oh, thank you. I think we did it. I think we hit all of our parameters. Let's take care of the inside. I'm going to put some purple paper in there. I went to Michael's, this is months ago, to specifically buy purple paper because purple and green were the two I didn't have enough of, and I accidentally bought the 24-pound. It's basically like copy weight paper, which is fine. Like, I'll be able to use it. I just didn't I thought I was buying cardstock at the time. Got it home, opened it, pulled out a sheet with you guys, and was like, ruh-roh, this is not right. This is not what I wanted. But it's okay. I'll find a way. We're going to do two-tone on the inside too. Let's do it. We're taking this two-tone random to the max. Oh, thanks, Cindy. Okay, so let's, I'm going to matte these colors and put them on both the inside panels. All right. I love that you used a gel print for the card base. Oh, thanks. So many struggle with how to use gel prints, and I always say to use them how you would use patterned paper. Yes, absolutely, Nancy. Absolutely. All right, so we're going to do 6. And then we're going to use 3. Wait. Oh, shucks. I think I want this smaller. I do. Okay, we're going to do 5 3/4. Actually, I'm going to do 5 1/2. Well, I cut my paper wrong, didn't I? I'm not getting the most out of it, but that's okay. It'll be fine. By 3. So I need 2 pieces that are 5.5 by 3. All right, check. And now this one, I'm gonna do 5. This one I'll cut correctly to get more out of it. I'm gonna do 2 3/4. I'll do 2.5. Just gonna be a little place to write, you know. The front says, "You're the very best." And on the inside, I could write something so simple as, "And don't you forget it." And sign my name. Okay. I just wanted a bit of a border and just these small little spots to write on. I think I'm gonna have to use a glue stick for this thin paper. I'm pretty sure my glue lines would show if I chose to use a wet glue because it's such thin paper. And that just makes me mad. I don't go through all this to make these cards and then have glue lines showing. That's like a pet peeve of mine. You go through all the trouble to make a beautiful card and then you see the glue lines everywhere. Ay, ay, ay. Hi, Carrie. Good to see ya. Okay, just kind of lining this up. That'll work. I don't have a lot of pet peeves, honestly. Most things don't bother me very much. I just keep going. But glue lines, that's a pet peeve. I already wrote multiple times on the chalkboard. LOL. John, what in the world? You're grounded by YouTube? Uh-oh. My mom's been grounded on Instagram a number of times. She's a rascal, that one. Which is funny because my grandma always liked the most rascally kids were her favorites. And I was always like, follow the rule. Angie. Well, no, actually, it was her mouth. She has a bit of a mouth on her. Anyways, I was always a rule follower. I was a good girl. I couldn't understand why my grandma didn't really care for me. She only liked the wild ones. And boy, did she raise some wild ones and good ones. I don't look for people's approval anymore, but I did for a long time. I actually just recently gave up wanting people's approval. I no longer care. But I used to. I feel like that one's not going to stay. If I can move it like that, I think I should put a little more glue. These are still drying. It's a humid day, I can tell, because my glue. I mean, I hope to share in a way with you guys that makes y'all happy and inspires you. But I don't really need approval anymore. I'm kind of over it. All right, there we go. So there's my craft roulette card. Let's take a picture of it. Even though the glue is not dried and people might be able to see the glue in the picture, I think they'll all understand. We're all crafters here. They're like, oh, her glue just hasn't dried. Correct. That is correct. I took a picture before the glue dried. Oh, I'm so glad, Karen. I'm glad you're feeling inspired. All right, let me get my phone out. My mama says that if I don't get people's approval, it's probably more them than me. That's what my mama says. Let's get it straight. All right, just take a picture with your phone. Doesn't have to be a fancy phone. Mine's not fancy. Doesn't have to be a fancy picture. Just take a picture with your phone. Then go to Craft Roulette Live. Submit a contribution. This is for episode 307, mini slimline fungi colors. Element fruit, two-toned. We did it, you guys. We so did it, especially the two-toned bit. I'm going to submit as a member because I'm a member. Bye, Linda. I really need this internet to start working right before I go pick my son up today. Oh, gosh. There you go. Salstorm, I am so sorry. I know how frustrating it is. I truly do. John Carmen Grande, my comment during the skit didn't give you a clue. Pity, pity, way to go, girl. I'm proud of you. Thanks, Cindy. We weren't even allowed to call her grandma like our cousins. Oh, well, her loss. Oh, Yvette, that's horrible. Yeah, we called our grandma Nanny. That's what we called her. All right, so I'm selecting my photograph. If you're a member, you can select, you can upload more images. I don't really feel like this card needs more images uploaded, so I'm just going to do the one. And continue. And then you'll let people know. My cards, 3.5. I made a technically correct mini slimline here. 3x6 card. Fungi. The yellow mushrooms. For me, in my neck of the woods, yellow mushrooms are the most common. Element blueberries. And random, oh gosh, I hit two-tone all over the place. My background. And pearls are two-toned. I don't have any additional notes. I'm at 82. You guys, my goal is to hit 100 before Craft Roulette Live. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Carrie, are you hitting 52? I'll be Club 52 when I submit next. Awesome. You've got to do the, oh, I'm going to opt out of the giveaway. You don't need to opt out of the giveaway. Opt in. You just don't press this button. And that way you can win something off the wheel. I just do that because I'm already tripping over things to get into my craft room. I want you to win it, not me. So I opt out of the giveaway. All right. That is done. Have we really been here 2 hours? Can it be? Is it true? Gosh. gosh. That's just wild. We did stitch together this little journal and we made a card, but that's all we did. Let's do a little bit of decoration in this little journal, you guys, and then I'll let you go. How about that? I'm going to put my stuff away too, if you don't mind. If you saw this craft room, you'd be like, girl, you need to put that away. You need to put all that away. You would also understand why I'm opting out of the giveaway. Be 25, Kalinda, that's awesome. Okay. Think. There they are. I was looking for these. So these are the dies that go in here. To my bride this morning that my next pop-up needs to be for our grandson's birthday. Oh, that would be cool. Kids love pop-up cards, but so do adults. I mean, anytime I make a pop-up card, it's always a hit, regardless of the age. People like interactive cards. I need to make more pop-up cards. I want to make more pop-up cards. I made an investment into a lot of Karen Burniston's dies that I haven't even used yet. Here's the problem with that is I'll think about, oh, I need to use that Karen Burniston die, and then I'll go pull it out, and it's not immediately obvious how to put it together, and so I don't use it. So what I need to do is go through, because she releases videos to show you how to use her dies. What I need to do is go through, watch the videos, and make myself like written instructions that I can put with and store with my die. And that way, when I think of the die and I think I want to use it, I'll have the instructions and ability to do just that, to use it. Do y'all have another way? Do y'all have any other thoughts on that? That is what's come to mind for me. Oh, Maddie, you're making me do a video now. Oh, it was in the plans for today. A series of making something every day with what I have on top of the desk. Oh, fun. A mess series, your messy desk. I don't know that it's messy. Mine's messy. Anytime Mr. Will lands on like something off the floor or off your desk, I'm immediately like totally fine with it because I have so much on my desk. And I have a couple of boxes of things in the floor, it seems like, constantly. So I always feel like it's almost like cheating because of the state of my craft room. All right, I'm going to put these back where they go to real quick. All right, you guys, let's do a little decoration here. We'll make some ephemera or something and put inside this journal. We made a pocket for the front. Let's put this stuff over here. Her videos make the process seem approachable. I'm just not an interactive kind of gal. Shaker cards and action wobblers. That is as interactive as I get. Yeah, I like pop-ups. And I know that her dies are totally doable, but I always feel like I need instruction. All right, I'm going to put these back too, and I'm sorry, but I just need to clean up a little bit so I can manage my desk better. Okay, thank you. All right. So let's decorate this little journal. I have some different, when we were making it the other day, I still have the pieces that I had pulled out. This is like a snippet kind of roll. This is my favorite girly, and maybe almost all of my digitals. I just think she's precious. I love her. She is precious. Okay, so I want to put some of this food stuff in here. There's like recipe cards. Those are super cute. I don't know if they're too big. Let's measure them. Bye, Reagan. Have an awesome weekend. Okay, it's just shy of 6 and shy of 4. I can't remember what size journal this is. I think it's a 5x7. It sure is. So those will definitely work. We can put these recipe cards in there. And we can put some of these things in there. I need some coffee stuff. These little teacups are so cute. Look at the mushrooms. Just saying. Okay, you might be wondering, the only one that's going to give it away is the one with words. But I did junk journal charms. I don't know if y'all remember that. But what I did is I mirror imaged my digitals. So this one says bakery, always fresh. And this one, the words are backwards. I did that on purpose. This is kind of one of the cool things about digitals is you can mirror your images and then you can do front and back and they'll line up. So like these pastries, I can do them front and back and all of these and make like charms to dangle off the pages or to go over the pages or whatever. If you want something front and back, essentially. Let's do it. Let's pick something. Let's do this coffee cup. This feels manageable. I'm just going to rough cut it out of both pages. I really like this tart here. Let's grab that too. To hear there is someone else thinking the same way. I thought there was something wrong with me. I wanted to make more coffee dyed paper. It's not sunny enough to make it. What do y'all do? I bake it in the oven. My family doesn't like it because they don't like the smell of coffee. Well, young Z likes it, but not Dr. Shrub or Sparkle Heart. So I turn my oven on 200, Cindy, and I bake it, is what I do. And what I do is I do like a whole ream of paper at once. It's commitment, okay? But then I don't have to do it but like twice a year, depending on how many journals I make. And I dunk like 20 pages and get those the way I want them to look. And I'll put those in a whole stack. And I put like stacks of 20 pages on top of each other. And then I slowly just, as the top layers dry, I'll flip them over and I just babysit them until they're all done. I'll separate them out. It's a whole process that I'm terrible at explaining because it's just kind of an intuitive way to bake paper. And I always tell my family, okay, I'm baking paper today. But yeah, I've just gotten to where I cook them in the oven. The other thing is, I don't know if you do this already, but add like a teaspoon of baking soda to your mix to remove the acid. which will make them more archival. So just add a teaspoon of baking soda into your coffee or tea. Hope that helps. Oh, thanks. I think these digitals, oh good, it says on them. Oh, I love it when they do that. These are Tina's at Shabby Dabby Doodah. Shabby Dabby Doodah. She's so fabulous. That's where these came from. She was going through some things, and I liked her digitals anyways. I'd already shopped with her before, but I went in and just bought up a whole bunch of digitals one time, and this was one of them. I'm sure she still has them in her shop. I don't know what they were called. This was a couple of years ago. Pretty sure her shop is on Etsy. Straight in the rack at $2.50. For how long? Cindy, and yeah, I have actually done $2.50 as well, Ave. I just find that they get, I feel like they get a little more crispy. How long? I bet overall, Cindy, the process takes me about 3 hours. Then again, I'm doing 250 sheets. So I don't think it's bad. You know, I think it averages out. It's worth it. But yeah, I always think of it being about a 3-hour process to do a whole ream of paper. And that is like copy weight paper, the 20-pound paper. I do also coffee dye cardstock because sometimes you want a thicker weight paper. And if I'm adding dye into my mix, then I will coffee dye book pages. I know some people use like the plastic placemats that have like a lace design. They put designs in their paper. I've never figured that out. I've never tried it really. I just do plain coffee dyeing or tea dyeing. I like tea as well because it's just a little softer in color. This is tea dyed. Okay. I dislike adulting too, but I have been this morning listening and washing. Nice. Ooh, rusty papers. That's awesome. I don't deal a lot with rusty things because, to be honest, I need a tetanus shot. And I haven't had a tetanus shot since I was like 15, I don't think. So I just kind of steer clear of rust. I know. I could just go get a tetanus shot, but I don't know. I just stay away from rusty things. Even in junk journaling. I like faux rust. Can you just see my husband's face if I catch paper on fire in the oven? Yeah. Okay, so when you mirror an image, then you can flip it, see, and then you can have something double-sided with your digitals. So the coffee mugs, double-sided if you cut better than me. If you cut like me, it might be a little off and you might need to do some ink blending. But yes, it's double-sided. So if you ever need double-sided images, my friends, you can do it with your digitals. Just print one page normal and one page mirrored. I think we could make these cute paper clips like over the page. paper clips. Be really cute, right? Let's do it. Let's get a little bitty paper clip. And we will fix that in there. Yep, just like that. All right. That's what we'll do with these. And I will ink blend around to make this coffee cup better. Oh, let me show you how to make the charm. So with the charm, what I did is I added thread so that they could hang down. And you could beat them or whatever. But I added thread and then put it on with a paper clip. And it made like a junk journal charm. There, that's better. So we could do that as well. We'll make one a charm and one a hidden paper clip. How about that? All right, I lifted that a bit so I could get my tape underneath there. And we just need some regular old tape, nothing fancy. I'll use this masking tape because I don't know where my Scotch tape is. Cindy, what you can do is just set alarms, you know. I just stay in the kitchen. I turn on music. I often cook anytime I'm in the kitchen. If somebody's not like in the other room watching TV or watching a movie or something, I have music playing. And so you know, I just turn on music, make myself a nice drink, have a snack, and bake papers until I'm done. And but I do stay with it. I do babysit them. Okay, so the masking tape now covers that whole base at the bottom of this. And now we will glue the rest together. Okay. Now your glue can't go very low here, or else the paper clip's pointless and you won't be able to slip it onto the page. So the glue I'm having to keep up here. And this is where I decided to keep it. That way this part can actually go onto the page itself. And then this part will just glue the two pieces together. Wham bam, we have made a hidden paper clip. Super cute. Little tart. I'd eat that. Regarding your craft room, you seem to be able to find things when you need them. I can't always say that. Well, a lot of times I can find things, most of the time, but not always. There we go. Cute little paper clip. If we had a shorter page, yeah, like this, we could put it on a shorter page and it won't stick out of the journal that way. Or maybe you like it and you want to be able to find the page where you're journaling, then it can stick out. It's pretty cute. Okay, let's turn this one into a charm. Yeah, like I have order and organization and I have a system. The problem is I have more things than will fit in that system or that will fit in my craft room. The issue is the volume. Okay, I have these glass beads see if I can use them without getting too annoyed. Kitty Penny is just really good at pivoting when she can't find what she originally wanted. That too. Yeah, exactly, Angie, because I can't always find it. So I do have to pivot. Yeah. All right, this is not how these go in this box, but it doesn't really matter. I just need them off my desk. Okay. So now you don't have to have glass beads by any means, but I do have them. And so let's grab some of this. I think this will be fine for our charm. And I think that these will fit over it. Maybe, maybe not. Let's get a thinner. Thread. Like a normal thread like this. I don't know if I have any thin sewing needles in here because this is my junk journal pouch, so they're usually not the thin type. Don't think I have any thin enough to go through the eye of that bead, and here I don't. There we go. I'm with you. Sister-in-law, get over yourself, girl. It's toast for Pete's sake. What are y'all talking about? I'm looking for a very expensive brush to do dots and can't find. Expensive or inexpensive? Regarding your craft. Oh, yeah. Okay, I solved that. Just make sure my swan papers are arriving today according to UPS. Yes, USPS, good. I'm so happy, Carrie. I was thinking about putting some swans or even the animals in here. Let's do this. I am blessed in the sister-in-law department, I have to say. I am blessed in my family. The one I married into and the one I was born with. Turns out I'm just a different person, I guess, because I am the black sheep of my family. I am not like any of my brothers at all in really any way, but we still get along. Like, we still love each other, and they accept me as I am, and I accept them as they are. And I'm very different in my husband's family. So it's a me thing. I've come to realize and accept, and that's okay. All right, I am gonna do, so you'll probably already know this, but you can take the end of your thread and then fold it over, roll it back and through. I think we got a knot. No, we did not. All right, I'll do it like this. trying to make the knot big enough that the eye of the bead won't slip through. You don't have to add beads. I just thought it would be a fun little detail to add to this charm. Make our charm more charming with some beads. Okay, so I've got these beads on here. All right, and now I take my thread, and I have way more thread than I need, which is fine. And just cut this off. I think y'all know where I'm going with this. Let's see. I'm going to use some double-sided tape just to tape down thread. There we go. Trim off this piece right here a little bit. Okay. Okay. There we go. Now, glue. We're making a charm, you guys, a junk journal charm. In the past, I haven't put the beads on them. And she's going to hang crooked, and that's okay. And let's try to line it up as well as I can here. And now I'm going to ink blend around the edges. To kind of clean up my shabby cutting job. You guys, we can make a journal in 20 minutes. It's the decorating that takes the longest. It's making the decorations that go inside the journal that take so long. They can, they don't have to, but they certainly can. Weeks, for some months. Okay. So now we have this little charm that we can hang off a page. And I'm tempted. Let's add another charm to our charm. Let me see where those are at. You could add buttons. I'm particularly looking for like little silver dangly charms. Let's see. I'm not sure if those are there or... Let's see. I had some the other day. I don't know where they went. Wow, look what I just found though. Look at this. I think we have to put this in this journal. Okay, but you could add like a little silver charm or whatever. Okay, then you can use, you know, a paper clip to hang your charm from the page. Let's find a page for the soul charm. Let's just hang her in here. And you just clip her right on. Maybe. I can't get this paper clip to clip. Force it. There we go. Yeah, but it's just a little dangly charm to decorate your page. You could do this with any kind of imagery. You don't have to put the beads on it, but you can. I want to put a little something up here, a bow, something. I just feel like the top needs a little something extra. Bye, Angie. That kind of hides. Let's trim it. Oh, just a little tuft of a ruffle. I think that would be super cute. We could do that. Okay, let me... Trying to think of what I want to put behind it. I think I'm going to put like a label behind it. We're going to put that right up there at the top. I have this random label over here. I think that'll, oh, it's like a sticker label. That's fine. The only journals I have are the ones Bitty Penny so generously gifted me. Oh, Maddie. They're so fun. Are you intimidated by the process to make one? Yeah, don't stress. It's paper crafting. I agree with you, Cindy. Both babies called this morning. Aww. Ave. Okay, here we go. So I've got some glue on there. I'm going to go ahead and pull this off for better results. I'm going to glue this up at the top. Like this. Okay. And then I'm going to glue this on the back. There we go. Giving the ruffle something more to hold on to here. I would say play with this, explore this more. It's an idea that has a lot of potential. These junk journal charms. I'm sure you can come up with really cool ways to make them. A little ruffle at the top. Why not? It's just a junk journal, y'all. There are no rules. You can't mess it up. Yay, a little charm. Okay, let's decorate one page and then I gotta go, you guys. Because honestly, I have to go to the post office and run errands. I gotta go, you know, adults and stuff. Okay, we'll call that our focal point. Let's grab a sheet load or a Kinder's card challenge. Let's see. Oh, y'all can't see that one yet. So, or that one. Oh, shucks. Let me keep digging. I've got secrets. Secret sketches. We can use this one, June 2024. All right, let's do it. And then what I do is I look at a card sketch and I go, how does that apply to a journal? It can apply in a lot of ways. The way I'm thinking of it right now, and every time I look at a sketch, I get something different. But I'm going to make this piece here like an extra piece that slides into this piece, which is going to be a pocket. Okay, so that's what we're going to do right here on this page. Grab some paper. I don't think there's any black in this journal, but that might be interesting. There's no reason why there can't be. All of my neighbors are being so loud today, y'all. I usually don't hear them. Today, they're being loud. I'm gonna have to do a better job of trimming this down, but I got it started. Okay. All right. So that's going to be my background paper. Cool. There's an easier way. I'm not doing this the easiest way. I'm definitely doing this the hardest way. All right, all right. Move some things out of the way. This is going to be our focal point, which will be really pretty. And then we're going to grab a scrap. We're going to make a piece that makes a pocket. Okay, this piece. And then we're going to make a little card that has 3 little scraps on it to go inside the pocket. And that is how we're using the sketch today to pull this off. Hi, create and relate. Welcome, welcome. I'm affording my errands too because my beds are too cozy and I'm enjoying the creativity. Well, I'm glad you're here, Carrie. You love the charm? Yeah, Carrie. It's a fun idea. I did those a couple of years ago, I think now. Just trying to use digital in as many different ways as possible. And came up with that one. I hope to craft today too, Maddie. I've done a couple of home decor projects. Oh, instead of mixed media or card making, got to get the videos done. It's a very different process. No bandwidth right now. Yeah, boy, edited videos with voiceovers. You guys, it really is a lot of work. It really is. It's worth it. I enjoy it. It's fun. It's not a bad thing. It's just a totally different thing. Nancy, did you see, I made this week. Speaking of home decor, I made this on Mardi Gras. It's a canvas from Blick Art Supply. It's a canvas that worked on with everybody on Mardi Gras. Let's see, now I need scraps, scraps, scraps. I've got the scraps. Let's use some of these. These will be perfect for that little page, that little card that's going to go in a page here. I'm going to make them about that long, maybe a little shorter. Okay. Let me get another scrap. Ooh, this green's pretty wild. But I think it might be fun. Yeah, these just need to be a little more narrow. And this will all work. Ooh, this page is going to be so fun, you guys. Betty, Betty, wow, you're so creative. Oh, thanks, Cindy. Oh, thanks, Bertha. Pam. Hey there. How you doing? Are you you haven't gone to sleep yet? Are you up really early? Which one is it, Pam? Okay. I think that should cut them down and make them more narrow. Yeah, that'll fit on my page. Let's turn it this way and get the most out of our paper, right? I kind of like that this green is such a wild option, a wild choice, unexpected. Some days I'm just not in the mood to measure. You guys, I'm not measuring this. Sometimes I'm just not in the mood. Let's stamp on it. Let's do tone on tone. Let's do two-tone. Let's stick with those craft roulette parameters. I need to clean this. The last time I used it, it got my ink pad so dirty. So I just spraying some water on it. Holy cannoli, Maddie. Yes, stay home and safe and warm in the craft room is the perfect plan. I agree. Maddie, when do you have to start packing up your craft room for the move? All right, we're going to use some crushed olive. On the ship until tomorrow morning. You're on vacation? Oh my gosh, awesome. Well, now I feel even more honored that you popped in to say hi, Pam. Are you missing your craft room? Are you ready to be home? Sometimes you're ready to be home. All right, we're just going to take the paper to the stamp. There we go. And wipe it off so I don't mess up my next paper pad. Gotta run, friends. Today is my son's 40th birthday. Oh, Nancy, that's awesome. Have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with us. Okay. Won't even see very much of that. Let's make these a little thinner. This is where measuring is a good idea, so you don't have to go back and forth like this. I used to make jewelry, but since I turned old, I have shaky hands and so little beads. Gave your beads to your friends. Oh, beads are not your friend. Yeah. I know. I'm shaky. I'm shaky too. I get it. I gave up jewelry making for card making. I used to be a jewelry maker too. And that might be too thin, but we're going to make it work. And this is why you measure. That'll work. Let's move them down and make them kind of centered like this. And then this is our focal point. We'll pop this on there. I'm trying to decide if I want to pop it up. I think I'm just going to glue these down for now. Planning to semi-retire at the end of June. We plan to put up the house in the spring. Wow. Are y'all moving, Maddie, to be closer to family? Are you moving out of New York? Are you staying in New York? Okay. Now we need one more piece of paper for our pocket. After this, I'm going to head out, you guys. Just trying to decide what I'm going to do with this. I'm just going to glue it down. And so this will be like a little journaling spot. You know, you can write on the back of it. It could be a postcard even. I have a postcard stamp. I could stamp it to make it look like a postcard. All right, and this is going on this page right here. I'm loving this, okay? And now we need a pocket for it. I'm going to put it like that and make it a belly band. And what I'm going to do is bring back in my 5x7 scraps. And use one of those to reinforce this. Oh my gosh. Ah, like a glove. Holy cow, that was perfect. Love it when that happens. Yeah, I'm going to glue this on here, and that way this is nice and thick and can hold up the task. Hope you guys had fun today. What a random, just another random Saturday with Bitty Penny. But hey, man, we really ran the gamut. We sewed in multiple signatures into this journal. We decorated a page. We've made charms, hidden paper clips, my craft roulette card. I mean, we really exercised paper crafting abilities here today. Okay, this is going to hold this in here. So I'm only going to glue on the outside edge. Not too much, not too crazy, just a little line here and a little line there. Wham bam, thank you ma'am, we have a belly band. That's how easy it is. So yeah, I mean, hopefully this was inspiring. Maybe you learned some new things. What to do, what not to do, you know. It's a journey around here. Hanging out with friends is always fun. We've had lovely people in the chat all morning long. Hanging out with us. There we go. All that from a card sketch. See, I wouldn't just think to do this on my own. This is not how I would think to use a blank white page of my journal. But when I bring out a card sketch, I don't know, just makes magic happen. I've started dipping my toe into resin jewelry on my channel. Oh, but I wanted to incorporate my paper quilling with it. Ooh, that sounds cool. I've never done resin, but I like the things that are made with it. And I love making paper beads, and I love paper quilling. Like, I don't paper quill, but I have a few pieces of art that are paper quilled, and I think it is so cool. All right, you guys, what a fun morning I've had with you all. Hey, if y'all think of things that you want to see here on my channel that you want to see me do, guest, and things that we think we should bring on, let me know. But thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you guys got lots of inspiration for today. There's our little journal. She's just really getting started. I want to add like trim and lace to the outside here, to the spine. It won't be this one, but I want to pretty up the spine and not do anything to the cover is one of my goals. But this ruffle would be really pretty inside the journal to put on the edge of the journal like this, and it can hang out. I always like a ruffle hanging out of my journals. That'd be pretty. We'll have to do that. This has been great. Oh, good, Cindy. Oh, my pleasure. Oh, I'm so glad y'all enjoyed it. Thanks, Holly. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, everybody. Hey, to all my silent viewers, I should say hello to you more often. I'm so sorry, and address you directly. Thank you so much for watching my channel. I'm a silent viewer too, many times. Oh, I have some really fun things that I can put in the pockets of these journals and stuff. I'll do that on my own. Maybe we'll come back and continue to work on this journal together as well. I just have all kinds of pretty things in this bag that could go in this journal. I think this is glued on here. It is. I mean, not glued, but with like foam tape. We could put a dazzly butterfly, right? Ooh, it's like the perfect size. Let's do that. I know, y'all were like, I thought she was leaving. I thought we were done here. But let me just put this on here real quick. Because it's as easy as putting a little foam square. And razzle dazzle, no wonder she's looking up at that butterfly. I would be too. Okay, you guys. Well, this is going to be a fun journal to decorate. Oh, I'm so glad you learned something each time, Ave. That makes me happy. Lovely for you to be here, Create and Relate. Thanks for telling us about what you're working on your channel so people can come check it out. All right, you guys. Love y'all to pieces. I hope you have a super awesome weekend. I will see you on Monday at 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Until then, have a beautiful weekend, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye.